Hey there, everybody. It's Andrew here. Yeah, a bit's been going down in the last day or two. It's been it's been quite funny, farcical. In fact, really, it really is a joke, and we enjoy poking fun at the old Fudgey Judgey. So, look, I just wanted to talk about the police force today primarily, and then I'll just talk about another couple of things. I'll try and keep this video fairly short. Um, Look, when I first got involved, there was no talk about a police force. It really was quite a simple sort of a deal, if you like. You pay $250, I think, and that money was supposed to go into a private placement program, and you could potentially earn, I think, 500,000 per year for 50 years. Likewise, if you put in 1,000, I think it was 1 million, and if you put in if you put in 500, it was 1 million, and if you put in 1,000, it was 2 million a year for 50 years. Um, and like I've said in previous videos, I realised the risks involved, and I knew it was a punt, but I just didn't realise that this joker that we call Fudgey Judgey was a complete scam artist. So that's where I think a lot of people have fallen over. And like I've said before, if I'd have put my money in and he'd come clean, he said, look, I stuffed up, I wouldn't be concerned at all. But the fact of the matter is he's been doing this for years, way before. I think it goes back to 1979, I believe now. And just blatantly ripping people off. So not a really nice character when you think about it. But let's just say, so then the police force suddenly we had to become start a police force. When he did that, or when he suggested that, I thought I really did sort of think, this is out of control. But I played along for a bit, and I just wanted it always in the back of my mind. Visualize. I think he wanted 100,000 people initially. That maybe it went from 50,000 to 100,000 people that had to become part of the police power thing, and now I think it's 10,000 people. But let's just do some figures here. So this is a brochure. I don't know whether this is a recent one, but this is the sort of thing he does. All resumes will be reviewed and potential candidates will be contacted. Tribal deputy marshal, able-bodied men and women 21 to 50 years of age, experience preferred, prior military, law enforcement and security. However, all are encouraged to apply. Now bear in mind that there's I can't believe I even sort of thought that this was in any way legit, but there's been no talk of training or anything like that. And I mean, imagine, just imagine it if you suddenly put on some sort of uniform, claiming to be some sort of marshal, and associated with this guy. It's really quite funny when you think about it. So let's just do the maths though. So let's say he's now saying 10,000 people are required before, at a cost of $65 per participant. And that total is 650,000. Once there's 10,000 people, he's expecting it then becomes a monthly payment. But let's just think about this for a bit. He claims that he's got 800 or so people. It seems to vary. Goes up 30 or 40, and then back down all over the place in his SAT tribe. So let's say he's got 800 people. That in itself's taken well over 12 months. And I know that a lot of those people in that SAT tribe are infiltrators. So, and then of course you question whether there's even 850 people, which I'd be surprised if there's more than 100, to be honest with you. But the fact of the matter is some people are paying the $65, and it's just money that goes straight into his back pocket. He claims that it's used to pay for staff and all the rest of it. And when I first got involved, I was sort of led to believe that he had a massive law firm in Hong Kong with 300 lawyers working for him. And believe it or not, I believed it. But we know that that's an absolute crock of bullshit, because people have actually been to Hong Kong and been to the addresses that he says that he claims where his law offices are, and they're not there. So once again, it's just another money-making scam, and it's just the same old thing reinvented over and over and over again. So realistically, the police force is never ever going to come to fruition. And even if he did reach his 10,000 people who said we're going to be a part of this, once again, all you're doing is filling his back pockets. It's never, I mean, imagine the authorities, what they would just crunch the 10th, if it were a police force, they'd just crunch it overnight like a little ant. And and if any of the authorities are watching, I'm sure they're just laughing at him. But the reason we're involved, and the reason we're sort of pushing this along a bit, is because we don't want anybody else to give him any more money at all. So I just wanted to go through. So he's now off Skype because he's fearful. People were infiltrators. But of course, every day people are sending stuff through to me. So there's obviously people still infiltrating his secret little group of people. So these are the reasons. But if you look at 462 participants here. Now it's 397. Now it's 332. I haven't spent a lot of time doing this research, but I just wanted to sort of show you what's been going on, because it's just hilarious. They wouldn't know who they've got as members. They wouldn't have a clue who's on their side. They've got their little brown noses, of course. So they've taken people off, and then they're bringing people back in to their little group. But this is just some of the remarks, which I find quite hilarious. You can pause this video if you like. It's not in any particular order either, but you can see it's out of control. Let's read this. Hi Laurie, if it's okay to advise, I think it would be wise for us to participate, us as a participant of the COO members group chief group program, which is a privilege. Take this into consideration. This program is very complex and very significant. Well, it's certainly complex in that it's just a load of crap. We must humble ourselves before them and have compassion and understanding. Oh, you can read this. I don't know who this Fletcher guy is, but he seems to pop up here and there, brown nosing to the judge. Would seem that the Canadian group are starting to wake up, which is cool. And so for the last time, this is interesting. So if I just I'll find another slide here. He talks about the HH, which basically says that clearing the judge. Hold harmless, that's what it stands for. So I'll just bring this over here. So this is a bit of a mock-up that we did make fun of him, but so he's expecting all those people to sign this hold harmless document. This was a mock-up, but this part here is real. So I don't know if anybody's signed. I'm sure some people have, but so if it were me, Andrew, of sound mind and clear thinking, and in my personal capacity, willfully hold harmless Judge Naidu, SAT, and the NALIC, which are not involved at all with the transaction, except that I have learned from the Judge Naidu law courses, learned from his law courses, and applied this knowledge to the best. Now, be warned about applying his advice. There's a few people, at least one person that I know actually sent him $10,000 for legal advice, and it got them into more trouble than you could ever imagine. So, and certainly somebody else that's closer to me just about lost his house because of Fudgey Judgey's legal advice. So he'll give you the advice, all right, but he'll take no responsibility whatsoever, and certainly won't support or back you up if you get into trouble. He's an evil prick, So once again, you can pause these, and so Judge, if I may suggest, the number of supporters could be more than you think, because I remember that your call requesting tribal police power TPP support came out over this Skype, and as you know, the Skype allows only 600 members. Well, once again, just completely disorganised. That's true about the Skype group only holding 600 members, but they wouldn't know who's on Skype. They don't even know who their members are. The whole thing is really just a joke, and this is something one of our members did up. So it really is that, the first 1 million people to send me $1 will receive a free guide on how to become a millionaire, and that about sums it up. So I just wanted to sort of go through that with you guys today. It's a bit of poking fun at old Fudgey. Here's an updated fundraiser sponsored by the Disabled Lawyer, aka International Criminal Squire Red Dress. Please notice the fine print before services are rendered. One must sign over their car title artwork by Joshua Delvere. So I thought this was quite funny, and there's a lot of this going on. So surely people must be starting to wake up. If you still need evidence, please don't hesitate to go to the evidence page. I'll put a link in the description below. And once again, if you want to subscribe and follow the videos, come across to the channel and do that. So other than that, I hope that sort of helps people see that the whole thing is just a joke. If you didn't laugh, you'd cry, honestly. And this will definitely be my last video before Christmas. So I wish you well, and hope you have an awesome Christmas, and all the best for 2019. Talk to you soon. Bye now.